Zero Caliber Reloaded for the Oculus Quest systems is out now, and before we get into it, here's some fun stuff that you can do. Pull the pin from your grenade just by pressing the top button on your dominant hand controller. Nice! Use your gun as a shield if you're in real trouble. Want to switch an attachment? Just knock the old one off with the new one. Beat people to death with grenades. Hold two grenades and use them like boxing gloves. Yeah! Kill people with the butt of your gun. Oh, watch your back though. You can do the HK slap. Reload your dual pistols from your waist. Pull the pin from your grenade with your teeth. Got him. Use a turret every chance you get. Use your gun as a baseball bat for your grenades. Knock out any clip with another clip, even if you shouldn't be able to. Climb anything to get the drop on your enemies. Surprise, boys! Open padlocks with the butt of your gun, and so much more. And with that, welcome my fellow Quest heads and VR lovers. My name is Rex. This is Eyes on VR, where we're all about in-depth reviews, VR news, and basically any other VR stuff I can get my hands on. Now, before the game's released, because I got to play it early, I put out a little trailer for the game, including a lot of gameplay, because I wasn't allowed to do a proper review until the embargo was lifted. You can check that out right here. Now, this isn't going to be a completely exhaustive review like I normally do, because there is just too much here to go over. This video would be hours and hours long, even just as a review and not showing you everything. Showing you everything would take even longer. So just know there's plenty more surprises, plenty more to see, but I'm going to show you some real good stuff in this review. Now in this video, I will be basically completely ignoring the PC version of Zero Caliber, which has been out for quite some time. This is all about Zero Caliber Reloaded, the purely native Oculus Quest version of the game. Sorry for the interruption, everyone, but I finished putting this video together, and then somebody I've been talking to that worked on Zero Caliber VR said, "Hey Rex, it's been nice talking to you. Here's a key so you can give away a free copy of Zero Caliber Reloaded." So stick around to the end where I will tell you all about the rules and how to enter the competition. Anyway, back to the video. And it's a very impressive Quest port. I've talked to some developers that work on some very big games in the VR market currently, or have done in the past, and they're all very impressed with what X-Real Games have managed to achieve here when it comes to porting this over. And it really is a cracking job. I mean, how many games on the Quest do you get that are shooters where your weapon actually reacts with the environment that you're in? Normally you don't. They clip through absolutely everything. And while we're talking about guns, you have an absolutely fantastic, massive array of weapons to choose from in this game. It is huge. As you go along, there is a whole ranking up system. It's very kind of Call of Duty multiplayer. You go through levels, you make kills, you earn points, and that gives you up a level, and when you go up a level, you have access to more weapons or more attachments that you can buy. But man, there are loads in this game. You can go up to like level 70 or even higher, I think. I am not that high up in the levels yet, so I'm not sure. But I know you can definitely go up to at least level 50. That means that there's like 50 weapons and attachments minimum that you can unlock for yourself, and that is a huge amount. Again, all on the Quest. That is quite a lot of power that they're dragging out of the Quest for this. At the end of every level, you'll see what XP you've gained, what level you've gone up to, and what your unlocks are. And you'll be amazed, you'll have finished a level and you'll unlock 10 different things. But I'm going off topic. The guns. There's plenty to choose from here. Plenty of assault rifles, carbines, pistols, LMGs, not so much. You've just got the one so far, but it is a BAR from World War II, and you can't argue with that because what a beast of a gun that is. The guns all feel amazing, and it's funny, every time I play a new shooter on the Quest or on PC VR, I always think to myself, wow, this is it, this is the top level. I did the same thing all exclusively on the Quest when I played Onward. I was like, wow, this is the most realistic guns ever. Then I played Contractors, I was like, wow, these are the most realistic guns ever. Then I played Pavlov, and I did not think those were the most realistic guns ever. But the quality of games just keeps going up. These guns feel great, and if you are using a ProTube like I was, it's just absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend that you get yourself a Gunstock, especially a ProTube. I use mine every single time I play a VR shooter with no regrets. It's so adjustable to any game that you play. Well, I could go on for about 12 years about how much I love ProTube, but there's a link in the description down below to their website so you can check out their products if you want. The animations on the weapons are so solid. I've always said that Contractors holds the gold standard for reloading animations. You have Onward, where you don't even connect with the gun, and Pavlovs are okay, but Contractors, there's something about those reloads that just is But Zero Caliber Reloaded is well on par with that level. Reloading these weapons feels great. You feel the weight, the impact of that reload. Feels really good. Everything slots in properly. The animations lock in, which is great, and feel really good. And speaking of these weapons feeling really good and their animations, you can attach your attachments on the fly while you're in a game. If you're running around with an assault rifle and you've got a holographic sight on, and all of a sudden you think, man, I could do the red dot sight. If you can find one, you can just pluck that holographic sight off and you can plop a red dot sight on. You want a new butt on your gun? Smack it on. You want a silencer on? Put it on. You want a laser sight? Put it on. You want a flashlight? Put it on, and so on and so on. It's insane the amount of weapon diversity in this game, and I think that is what truly shines here. Well, I say that's what truly shines, and it does, but that leads me on to the next amazing part of this game, and that is the campaign. So you've got a massive campaign here. We're talking level upon level upon level. If you go into the main lobby of Zero Caliber Reloaded and you go to the solo operations campaign screen, you can just scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll down how many missions there are. And it's not even the amount of missions. They're all very varied. They're in different environments as well, different scenarios, all really fun to play single player. But having a fully fleshed out single player campaign on the Quest is great. But you know what I also want? A co-op campaign.
It's not co-op.
Oh, hello. Every armor dude is down. Nice.
Okay, I'm being shot at from every angle. Welcome to Zero Caliber, man. Alright, we're gonna have to...
And Zero Caliber Reloaded has exactly that. You can go through the whole campaign with a bunch of your friends and just have an excellent time. The flashbacks I got to old Call of Duty times when you could actually do co-op campaigns, it was immense. Loved it. Having co-op campaigns is absolutely fantastic, whether you're just messing around or you're taking it really seriously. So you can play this game on your own if you want. If you don't want to play with people and you're like, nah, get out of here, you don't have to. But if you want to team up with everyone and go for it, you sure can do that too. And Xreal Games have done what people on the Quest have been crying out for ages, which is if you just bring up the menu in the co-op game that you're in, you can go to the name of the people you're playing with and just click the plus button and it will add them as a friend on your Oculus account. Also, you can see your entire friends list so you can invite anyone who is online to come and play in the same lobby as you whenever you want. More games on the Quest need this ability. When it comes to the levels, they are pretty massive. I mean, they're not as big as the PC version. What they've done here to convert down to Quest is they basically shrunk the maps and then kept all the amazing mechanics and gunplay from the PC VR version. The maps aren't as big, but you still get a decent quality in length of levels, and they don't miss any of the story beats from the campaigns because there is a story here. There's a full through story through the entire campaign. They've invented their own little world with rules and religions and things like that, and I think that's great. Real time and commitment has gone into making this game.
We're with the OSA. You're safe now.
Oh, and it's all thanks to you, knights in shining armor galloping to our rescue.
Not what I meant.
What did you mean then? Where were you when the Taloki attacked? And what do you offer us now? To become unwelcome refugees in some hole? Just off. We'll take our chances alone.
That might be suicide. You change your mind, our evacuation forces are at these coordinates.
Ah.
That was ungrateful.
And how could I forget the turrets? Oh man, the first time I walked behind a turret and I pulled that charging handle and just started letting loose on people, it was amazing. I felt like such a badass. It was awesome. And you can find turrets all over the place in the campaign or in the levels. Really awesome. I highly recommend it. Even in the shooting range you get in the main lobby, there's a turret there because they know how fun it is to get behind that thing and start firing it off. And I highly recommend that's one of the first things you do when you get into the game. Speaking of when you get into the game, you start off straight away. You can set up your settings in sort of the tutorial section. You know, are you left or right handed? Do you want weapons here? Do you want this? Do you want that? What's your locomotion, etc, etc. The tutorial is pretty standard. You know, it teaches you that there is a climbing mechanic in the game and you can basically climb anything, which changes the whole dynamic of how you play this thing. See, there's a gate there. I should go through there to get to my objective, but instead I can climb anything. So I climb this wall instead of getting bum rushed by all of these guys who would funnel through the gate at me, except this guy. There we go. And now I'm in a way more advantageous position here in cover getting these guys than having to face like 5 guys in my face with one entranceway. Everything suddenly changes to way different levels that you have to keep an eye on, or that you can scale for advantage if you want the high ground.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
After the climbing, you'll go to the shooting range where they'll teach you all about how to reload weapons, do attachments, scopes, how they work, how this works, throwing grenades, etc, etc. You know, really thoroughly fleshed out. And then also there's a section where you're kind of in a warehouse where you can just shoot a bunch of guys with rubber bullets for some practice. So it really covers everything, prepares you completely and totally for the main campaign. Now, the main campaign. Before every mission, you'll be in your main lobby area and you can basically customize your loadout. Now, you can customize your loadout to a ridiculous degree. You can just open it, you can select your sidearm and your main rifle, but then you have all of these attachments that you can attach to it as well, from your magazines, your grips, your muzzles, to everything, man. There's just a lot going on here. You can customize things to however you want them, and I mean specifically. But also what's nice is at the shooting range, you can try whatever weapon you want as well, see how it feels, to see how you get on with it, because what happens is when you go up levels and you earn XP, you earn cash. And that cash buys more weapons that you've unlocked at the level that you're at. And don't worry, no microtransactions here. It is all in-game money that you earn in-game. There's no pay to win here. There's no paywall, none of that stuff. This is all, you buy the game, you have access to everything. You just have to work for it. Because too often in VR games, you just, especially shooters, you just get given everything right away. You're like, here's your arsenal, enjoy yourself. But this really makes you play through the campaign and gives you that motivation. I know for me, I was super motivated to get up higher levels because I saw a gun that I wanted that was locked for a different level, and I'm like, oh, I want this D Eagle, I want it now. Xreal Games have done an amazing job here. They've really set like a higher standard for Quest games because a lot of people just can't believe how well they've done with things, and I'm the same. Seen a lot of shooters, seen a lot of Quest games, but you can tell that they've built this, just put a ridiculous amount of work into this. And while it's clear how much work has gone into this game, people have been speaking a lot about the graphics. Now you need to understand that this was designed to work on the Quest 1 and the Quest 2. So basically, regardless of the system, you're seeing the Quest 1 version. That doesn't mean things won't change. It doesn't mean they won't release a patch for the Quest 2 upgrade or something like that. Or maybe they'll wait until the Quest 2 Pro or the Quest 3, whichever comes first. but you need to understand this was designed to work on the Quest 1, which has far inferior technology and hardware in it than the Quest 2. So be patient with these guys and at least admire how nice all the gun models look, because they do look pretty good if you ask me. And I was lucky enough to get these hands on the game a few days before release from the developers, which was so nice of them, and I really appreciate that. I don't have much more to say about Zero Caliber Reloaded, to be honest. I mean, I would go so far as to say it's the best shooter on the Quest right now, in my opinion. I love Contractors, love Onward, you know, it's all good. But this game, in terms of how the guns feel, the gun play, the physics of everything, the co-op campaign, single player campaign, the amount of weapons you can get, the attachments on the fly thing, the fact you can climb everything, you know, dual wielding, the list goes on. I really think this is going to become my favorite shooter on the Quest really fast, and to be honest, it's really already up there. So to enter the competition, all you need to do is leave a comment on this video and then go to the link in the description where you can go to the entry form, which will also tell you about all the rules of the competition. Don't worry, no signing up or signing in needed. You don't have to give me your email address or anything like that. You answer one question, tick a box, then your entry will be received and you'll have a chance of winning a free copy of Zero Caliber Reloaded. The winner will be announced in next Sunday's video, so good luck to everyone that enters. So with that, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. I really appreciate it. It really helps me out. Don't forget to subscribe down below. Eyes on VR is, of course, on all the social medias. Discord, Instagram, Twitter, blah, 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 blah. My name is Rex. This is Eyes on VR. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.